Game show.
Merry Christmas, everybody, and a very special holiday wish from all of us here at 2K Sports.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Ernie Johnson and Shaq and Kenny.
Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, it's
Santa Claus.
What a festive day it is. Tonight, it'll be the New Orleans Pelicans up against the Miami Heat at American Airlines Arena. The wins have been coming pretty steadily for the Heat. They haven't forgotten the fact that this team swept them last year in the regular season. This is a game they had circled going in. From all of us here at 2K, Merry Christmas!
Ho, ho, ho!
Nowhere I would rather be on this day than here with you guys.
I got a couple other places, but this is not bad either.
You know
I got
what
a couple other
Christmas,
places,
Ernie?
got a couple other guys.
You know what I got for
other
Christmas
people.
this morning?
What'd you get?
Not a dang thing.
No? No gifts?
I'm Santa Claus. Santa Claus don't get gifts.
Oh. Well, it sure is great to be here and be watching NBA hoop, isn't it,
It
fellas?
is, buddy. It sure is.
Well, I appreciate the helicopter, Santa, that you got me today.
That wasn't Santa. That was me.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
All right, no problem.
Well, I think the game's just about ready to start. So what do you say we go to Kevin Harlan?
Yeah.
Good idea.
I
Kev.
didn't buy that for you. You got to return it.
Welcome to a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day here on 2K Sports. We want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. We're in Miami for some Heat basketball. This hometown crowd ready to go. You look at the Pelicans. These are the games that challenge you. Guys, they will have the work certainly cut out for them, but they believe they can come away with a win.
And I think for New Orleans, this isn't the spot that too many people thought they'd be in this far into the season. They've really turned some heads with their play.
Well, any doubts I had have long dissipated. I mean, they're not doing it with smoke and mirrors. I mean, they are a legitimate top-tier team.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So for New Orleans right now, Prodigy is out there with Holiday, and it's prime time. Then it's Alexis Ajinça, and it's Ingram in at the small forward.
And for Wade, we often talk about his physical state, but what about the mental toughness? Here's a guy who's been playing in some kind of pain every game for the past few years, but he just keeps churning the butter, not wanting to let his team down.
Right now we're going to go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. What'd you find out, Doris?
Guys, he anticipates they'll be able to take advantage of the perimeter defense they're facing today and convert a lot of easy chances and uncontested looks from the outside. We'll see if they can knock them down, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Doris.
I definitely can appreciate their approach with the three ball.
The Heat shooting their first free throws of the game.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
And he knocks down the first one.
And with the way the Warriors went on a rampage last year, you knew that Alvin Gentry would be in demand, was the architect behind the Warriors' offense, is one of the best offensive minds in our league.
So he makes one of two as the second one misses. And with Gentry, his offensive prowess can't be understated, Greg. He is peers joke and say he can drop an open look for a corpse. I don't know about that, Clark, but we know he's talented. He's got a great offensive mind.
And you know that's right. And with this Pelicans team, he has plenty of firepower to work with, too.
Oh, he does. You're right. Shot clock at 2. Holiday gets the bucket. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Wade against Holiday. Bosch, the screen. There's the pick. Wade kicks to Dragic. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
Well, it was Miami winning their last game against the Detroit Pistons.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Bosch, the screen. Outside Dragic, 5 to shoot. Miami needs to get a shot off. No good from Bosch.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that.
Here's Easy Breezy. 26 points for him last game against Portland.
Yeah, but he was also a force on the defensive side. 2 block shots and also altered a ton of shots.
Greg, after a run of 10 playoff trips in 11 years, the Miami Heat missing the postseason last year, they'd end up a game back of the 8th spot.
Yeah, and what's hard for the Heat, Kevin, is that they were in the playoff picture for most of the year, and as the season wore on, they slowly fell out of that top 8.
Pelicans shooting their first free throws of the game.
And as a team, they're down around 72% for the season.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
That one drops. He ties it up.
You know, guys, for the greater part of last season, it appeared as though the Heat were playoff bound. Even with the players they lost, most figured they would be playing postseason basketball.
Now, here's Dragic. 8 points his last outing. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
There's the pick. Ball, the pass to Ingram. Here's Williamson. Kicks to Ajinça. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And one reason why the Heat did come up short in their playoff aspirations, they were very poor against other teams in the playoffs. So only went 15-31 against teams that had made it into the postseason last year.
Here's the break. By himself, throws down the breakaway jam.
The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific, and I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And really look for them now to be even more aggressive on the defensive side. Try to come up with a few more steals.
Now here's Dragic. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Now Holiday, after the missed 3 from Goran Dragic. Clark, their offense has been great here.
Yeah, I love the way they've looked, really strong and together.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Miami trailing. Passes it to the product. Cannot hit. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
And really, I thought what was the difference in that game? Offensive rebounding, or the lack thereof. A lot of one-and-dones in that game.
Yeah, offensive rebounding to me is all about heart, the willingness to get in there and mix it up, do your work early, get to that inside position. And I didn't see any of that fight from them.
Here's Wade, and it's denied. Here's the prodigy. He's guarded by Dragic, and he gets it to go. Ajinça's got 7 points in the game.
Well, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Here's Dragic, following the score by New Orleans. The dish now to Bosch. A fadeaway, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Bosch has got his first points of the game.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
New Orleans with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Now let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been draining everything they've put up this month. Number 1, the Heat. In third, the Pelicans.
And this is the kind of shooting these teams would love to have all season long. I mean, they've both been on a tear here of late.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Outside Dragic. The pass to Butler. Terrific design on the pick play. He lays it in.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket. And it was a very public falling out between Goran Dragic and the Suns front office. That was a real tense few weeks there before ultimately he was traded.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. And, of course, Dragic was traded to Miami last season. Said he felt betrayed by the Suns front office, which spurred him wanting out of Phoenix and to South Florida.
Yeah, you know what? We'll never know the whole truth about that situation, but Dragic said they told him one thing with personnel and did something else.
Omer, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Pelicans leading by 3. Here's the prodigy. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Got a piece of it. In transition, here comes Miami. Dragic is running, and it's good. The Pelicans have gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. Ball, the pass to Ingram. Pass to Williamson. 5 on the clock. Here's Easy Breezy, defended by Butler. Bosch grabs the miss. Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Guys, a potent offense right now.
Yeah, Kevin, really the offense is flowing quite nicely right now.
You know what, guys, and they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Now here is Holiday. 9 points last game out. Pass the ball. Shot to end this cold run. It's hauled in by the Heat. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Here's Butler. It's deflected. And it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. Luol Deng is checked in for Miami. Crowder comes in for Jimmy Butler. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for prime time. Hill comes in for Easy Breezy. Jay's checked in for Drew Holiday. And it's Norris Cole in for the prodigy. Now here's Wade. 23 points for him the last game against Detroit. Dang with the buckets.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Hill with him. Defended by Crowder. Hill dishes to Anderson. It's back to Hill. From deep. Shot is no good. And the Heat going the other way now. Dragic kicks to Wade. Here the step back. Hill pulls it in.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Feeds to Ush. Pass to Hart. Screen by Ashik. Outside Hill. Beyond the arc. Again missing Hill. Now the Heat with it. 11 unanswered points for him. Dishes to Crowder. His 3-pointers off the mark.
all the time in the world to get that one off.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Now here's Anderson. 14 points from him the last game against Portland. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Kevin, a big guy with his quickness should be almost illegal. How can you guard that?
Now the Heat with it. They're on an 11-2 run. Now Crowder. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense.
Before getting dinged up, Ryan Anderson was rolling. I mean, over the first few seasons of his career, improved in efficiency in all areas. Then he had the back injury, and last season his shooting percentages really went south.
And getting back to Ryan Anderson, in 2012, he won the NBA's Most Improved Player Award. Then, in the summer of that year, he landed an enormous contract in a sign and trade.
Yeah, and that's the good Ryan Anderson. If he can stay healthy, he's a tremendous asset, and he isn't just a shooter. He can get it done on the backboard as well. And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. So it's the Pelicans now, trailing by 5. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
He clearly had the speed advantage there, and he used it to burn the D for the sweet hoop. Nice play.
And Norris Cole's going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. The Pelicans making a switch here. Perkins is checked in.
Checking in for the Pelicans.
1:51 left here in the first quarter. And the shot is good. And that's now 9 points for Goran Dragic.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Now the Heat with it. They're on a 16-4 run. Here's the feed to Crowder. To the middle. Dragic the pass to Stoudemire. He feeds it to Crowder. No good with the triple. Pelicans trail by 5. The shot will not go. Nice D from Dang. Outer dishes to Dragic. There's Winslow. No good on the 3. New Orleans has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Now here's Crowder. He's guarded closely. He kicks to Dang. The dish to Crowder. Good ball movement here by Miami. 5 to shoot. Stoudemire, here we go. And the shot is good. Stoudemire's got his second basket of the game.
Love the work there. They got the most out of that possession.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And Cole kicks to Perkins. Screen by Perkins. Here's Anderson. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
And the rejection by Perkins. And that does it for the first quarter. Heat out front as they wrap up the first quarter with a huge surge, an 18-6 run. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And now a chance to hear from Chris Bosh about what it meant to him to become an NBA player, the fulfillment of a lifelong dream.
I was obsessed with the NBA as a kid, and just like I would have died to get in that locker room, you know. So I always have a moment just sitting around and, you know, just not taking things for granted and really taking everything in. And, you know, I couldn't have written the script any better.
What a great cut from Chris Bosh. That's the kind of guy you can't help Greg love for his attitude and ability to be, you know, in touch with that kid he once was. I know you played the same way. Chris Bosh is living the dream like you did and loving it.
It's a great point, Kevin. And I think most of the guys in the league feel that same way. I mean, they may not be able to say it or articulate it as smoothly as Chris does,
sure.
but inside every NBA player is a kid who's still thrilled to wear the uniform and play the game they love.
And we're ready to get rolling once again here for a Christmas Day matchup. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
You can tell the point of emphasis has been to get to the offensive glass.
Yep, and they've set the tone here early with the hustle they've come out with.
They've got Jimmy Butler, Stoudemire out there with Chris Bosh. Then it's Winslow, and it's Dragic in at the 1 spot. So that's who Miami starts the second with. Here's Easy Breezy, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Kicks to Perkins, wide open. Rebound by the Heat. Bosh has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Miami leading by 7. Last year, the Pelicans, Greg, pushed their way into the postseason. It was a neck-and-neck battle for that number 8 spot, as you recall, with the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And how about the excitement down the stretch? They were able to edge out the Thunder and Russell Westbrook on that just point binge down the stretch there. And what a final day that was. A big, huge win over the Spurs let them get into the postseason for the first time under the Pelican model.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
As you said, I mean, New Orleans made the playoffs for the first time under the name Pelicans. Unfortunately for them, they ran into the Warriors in the first round and were promptly swept away.
And thinking back to the Pelicans playoffs from last year, let a 20-point lead slip away in that 4th quarter of Game 3. But they played better than a sweep and got valuable postseason experience for that young roster.
That one is off. Well, you look back at the 2015 Heat, and the injuries are what probably brought that team down. We can go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury, of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. If you take any star off of teams, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out.
Now, here's Dragic. He dishes it to Butler. Wade left side. 6 on the shot clock. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. And it's a 9-point Heat lead.
You know, Bosh was the big injury hit for the Heat, but they had a lot of other injuries as well. I mean, had to use 31 different starting lineups last season, and 20 different players started at least one game.
Here's Williamson. 9 points left. Oh!
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you what, guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over.
And it's Butler missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
That's good, and the Heat lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Ball.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Good. His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no line in those totals.
Here's the prodigy, Ashik, the pass to Holiday. Here's Easy Breezy, defended by Butler. Steps back and fires. It's hauled in by Dwayne Wade. Wade's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Wade's got the lead up to 9 now for Miami.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Now here's Ashik. 9-point game his last outing. Holiday dishes to Ashik. Here's Easy Breezy, defended by Butler. No good. The Heat leading by 9. Now the pass to Wade. Bosh, no one around him. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Holiday. Rebound by the Heat.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Ingram passes the ball. Pass to Holiday. Here's Easy Breezy, defended by Butler. To the paint, here's Williamson, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
I tell you what, you gotta love his aggressiveness finishing inside like that.
Well, his leaping ability, Clark, gives him a great advantage.
And that's why they look to get him the ball around the rim. It's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Alexis Ajinça has checked in for the Pelicans. Derek Williams comes in for Easy Breezy. The Heat leading by 7. Dragic with it. He's got 9. To the middle. Butler kicks to Bosh. Unloads from 13. And he hits the jump shot. Bosh has got his second bucket of the game to go.
You know, we saw Chris Bosh really ramp it up with the 3-ball last season. I mean, we frequently see vets do that. LaMarcus Aldridge is a recent example. Extending your range is a great way to keep playing at a high level, especially as you enter your 30s.
And what you take, guys, in the hustle sticks for the Heat.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Here's Holiday after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. Just 5 to shoot. Holiday goes in. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line to try to make it a 3-point play. We're talking about Chris Bosh working on that 3-point shot. Last year, he launched nearly 4 threes a game, while most of his career, Greg, he shot less than 1 a game.
Yeah, and Kevin, it's a blessing and a curse at times that he's shooting more threes. The blessing is that it makes Bosh so much more difficult to defend. The curse is that he shot his lowest percentage from the field last season since he was a rookie.
That free throw good from Drew Holiday. Well, New Orleans is still a relatively young team, but they play with the maturity, I think, Clark, it's beyond their years.
You know, Kevin, the average age for them last year was just over 25 years old, and the youngest team in the West, actually, to make it to the playoffs last year.
Pelicans trail by 10. Pass to Williamson. Back to Holiday. The 3. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
For Miami, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field in the 2nd quarter.
And for the Pelicans, part of why they look so mature is how they protect leads. I mean, rarely giving away points for free and knowing how to close out games.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Ball, the pass to Holiday. Down low, knocks it loose. It's stolen by Dragic. And now here's Dragic, the fast break chance. The steal. And they're running. Here's Holiday. It's hauled in by Dwayne Wade.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
The offensive rebound. Dragic dishes to Bosch. Back to Dragic. Good ball movement here by the Heat. And there's the 3-second violation.
So a moment now to see the story on Goran Dragic. He showed up every night and some noteworthy performances over the last month. He's putting up about 16 points a game, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
You know, the scheme just seems to run much more smoothly when he's in the game because he knows where everybody is at all times.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
And you know, guys, the Pelicans only lost 5 games last year where they led going into the fourth quarter. They won 38 when entering the fourth quarter with the lead. That's very mature basketball for a team that's as young as they are.
A different look for Miami. Luol Deng is checked in for Bosch. And Jake Crowder's subbed in for Dwayne Wade. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Anderson, he's checked in for Primetime. Hill comes in for Derek Williams. Jay's checked in for Drew Holiday. And Cole's subbed in for the Prodigy. And so it's New Orleans with it. Here's the screen. Here's Cole. He's covered by Deng. Just 4 to shoot. And again, no good by New Orleans. The Heat leading by 9. Three-pointer, Butler. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Hart. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Jay's got 5.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off. So why not?
Deng, a screen on Hill. Crowder, the pass to the product. Shot misses. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. And here's Anderson. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Now, here's Ajinça. They trail by 6. And Anderson gets it to go.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Miami's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Dragic kicks to Butler. Looking to get it going. Anderson with the block. Hart defended by Butler. Feeds it to Ajinça. Passes it to Anderson. Shot clock at 6. Shoots from the baseline. Another one falls for New Orleans.
How much do you love to see the turnaround?
He'd have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter. A nice efficient 50%. Here's the Prodigy. And that time, also a missed shot.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
And Anderson gets it to go.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been 3-pointers.
And clearly it's about how poorly the defense has played. They've got to close out faster.
Now here's Crowder. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Outside Butler. Butler missing again.
It has not been an easy quarter for them, at least offensively speaking.
They've definitely hit that groove offensively.
They sure have, guys. I mean, really aggressive. And I like that posture and mindset. Stay aggressive.
Greg, you like groove, don't you?
I do. Let's groove tonight, Kevin. And matter of fact, let's just stay in the attack mode that we're seeing from these guys. They're getting whatever they want.
Now here's Dragic. 9 points in the game so far. Over to the left wing. Here's Crowder. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And the Heat lead by 1.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long. They are starting to become synonymous.
Here's Cole. Dishes it to Hill. The kick out to Anderson. Fires for 3. Anderson can't get that one to fall. Like as you said, Spoelstra has been with the Heat for so long now in his 8th season. was handpicked by Pat Riley to lead the team, and Clark kind of molded him in his image.
And it was clear that Pat Riley believes in him and continues to believe in him. Coach Spoelstra has had very high expectations on his shoulders ever since taking over the team, and he's actually lived up to them.
He used that pick to perfection. Hill's got his first 2 points.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Dang gets a wide open look, and there's another one for the Heat.
And immediately looking for the open man when the double team comes to him.
Pelicans trail by 3. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
I got to find something. You're right. Here's Cole. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. From 15 feet away, here's Ajinça, and he dunks it down.
And guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Clark grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
And you know, Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Heat lead by 1. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, I'm here with Coach Eric Spoelstra. And Eric, you guys have seemed in complete command out here tonight. What's been the key so far?
Well, I think we've been able to get to our pace. We've been active defensively, so we just have to maintain our focus and keep trying to be in attack mode, both ends of the court.
Eric, thank you so much. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And an exhilarating first half, to be sure. Welcome back. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be breaking down all the action for you. Goran Dragic had a huge first quarter. He had 9 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists. Kenny, let's start with you. What'd you think about the Heat?
Well, their playmakers were in top form tonight. They showed great court vision and great ball movement. That's why they had so many assists. It's much easier to defend guys who don't want to pass the basketball.
Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
Well, how about that contribution they got from the bench? Nice. Those are some much-needed points, and it keeps them right in the game. I wouldn't be surprised to see him dig a little deeper into that bench. Some games you just got to go with the lineups that are working and just improvise, Ernie.
And that'll wrap up our halftime show. The third quarter set to go moments from now. We will be right back here after the game.